Hello and welcome to Movie the Needle, a podcast where a pair of amateurs haphazardly dissect classics, mashups, and some other films that only one of us likes. My name's Simon, and I'm in our shed with my good friend Carl, and this week it's our latest monthly retrospective episode where we look back on the episodes released in the last month and discuss anything we missed, some listener feedback, and discuss some data. PIs, FBI, and TOYs ensue. It's Movie the Needle September 2025 Retro!
So, obviously we're a bit out of order, but I'm now, sadly, back into the swing of things after my August travels. Mm-hmm. Now simply contending with the dreariness of life until I go away again.
Hi, Carl's family. That's right, dreariness of life.
I go on holiday with the family, though, so...
Yeah. Oh, only because you have to.
Yeah.
And not always, let's face it. You've had those solo trips away.
Yeah, okay, right. Moving on. So I've been well out of the loop in terms of, well, just film watching. Like, hardly watched any films. But I've well and truly rectified that this past week. So we'll get on to listing those. But as I was watching a film the night, got really excited by the idea of best on-screen beers. So I was watching a film with a couple of mates. Yeah, so we got very excited about this idea of like what are the best on-screen beers. We did come up with a little bit of a list.
Okay.
Right, so see what you think to these. And then obviously throw any out that you can think of right now. But I think we should open this up to the floor, get some suggestions for what are the best on-screen beers in films.
Sure, I mean, we don't do TV here.
No. And then maybe we'll have a go at ranking them at some point. And we can argue over that. That might be quite fun.
What we should really do to do it properly is have them all to drink at the same time as we're ranking them.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So, we've pod favourite.
Obviously.
Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
Guinness for an extra. In that bar on the beach.
So,
yes, please.
I'm guessing when we come to ranking these, the situation where that beer is going to be... Yeah. We're not just ranking the beer.
You're watching it and you go, I want that beer.
Yeah.
I want that beer. Ice Cold and Alex, the pint of Carlsberg. I mean, it's iconic. I know you haven't seen it, but if you ever get around to watching Ice Cold and Alex, you go, yes, I want that beer, please. Thank you.
Right.
The Quantum of Solace, sweaty Bolivian bar beer,
yeah,
they call that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember the actual beer that was, but...
That looked refreshing, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. You want that. And Il Postino, right? I feel like there's a beer in the Beatrice Russo bar. I feel like they're having a beer in there at some point.
I don't know. Oh, that's an excuse to rewatch Il Postino.
Yeah, so I'll have to check on that, because that would definitely fit that. Yeah, I want to be, yes, please, in that bar with that beer. But on that same vein, you could also have the Italians drinking a beer in the bar in Call Me By Your Name. Don't you remember that? That looks pretty cool. So, you've not seen Call Me By Your Name?
No, it's on the list. It's been high up on the list. I just haven't quite got around to it.
Roy Scheider has a sweaty beer in Sorcerer.
It's Schneider.
Ray Schneider. Roy Scheider has a sweaty beer in Sorcerer.
I've not seen it either.
There's some great drinking in the original Wages of Fear as well. Now, I think I've sort of topped it with this one.
Okay.
The Shawshank Redemption Roof Beer.
Oh, yeah, good shout.
It's going to be up
there. Yeah.
And then also, I should say as well, I've not come up with that list independently. That's a shout out to Jamie and Martin for their contributions there as well. Adam from the Movies You Forgot pod suggested Quint's Jaws beers. So the ones where he's on the boat. And he commented and said he loves those old cans that you have to pierce with an opener. That makes it really special. And it really does. There's something about those beers.
The whole thing, right?
And you have to stab it with the thing. And, there is something really good about those. So suggest more. Listeners, send them in.
Yes.
Best on-screen beers.
Both the ideas and the beer.
Yeah.
Remember?
After we got that one from Martin for the pod, actually nobody has given us another pod beer yet, have they?
Emma's been talking about it. She was like, oh, what films are you doing coming up? Oh, I might get you one and send it in. I was like, all right, do it then.
Yeah. Action, love, come on.
I know the thought that counts and everything, but actually it's the beer that counts. Come on.
So, yeah, any shooting from the hip, any you can think of, or any strong feelings on any of those? Be front runner at this stage?
I mean, the two, it's the heat, I think. That's the thing that gets me when... You're drinking a beer when it's got that condensation on the outside of it. It's clearly you're in a hot place, and you just know that it's going to taste so refreshing and awesome. So obviously, Blood Diamond and Quantum of Solace sort of stand out from those two. I can't. I'll give it a thought. Yeah. I'll have a think and see if I can come up with anything. But yes, good idea. I like it.
Fun one. We'll talk about films then.
Sure. What have you been watching?
Oh, what haven't I been watching?
Should we do what you have been watching first, though?
Yeah, no, all right. I think that list is marginally shorter, to be fair. Yeah. I think I have managed to cram these in basically last week, which is incredible.
So how many hours would you say you have slept this week?
It's not many, because I tell you what, I've been busy at work as well. So it's not even like I've managed to Skype. No, this is all in lieu of sleep. It's terrible. So, chronological order, against all odds.
Right, just to be clear, you're not naming all of them, are you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, right. I've just done the highlights and some interesting ones.
I'm not going to talk about them all, but,
Against all odds. Phil Collins documentary.
No, but Phil Collins did do the screenplay, screen track, soundtrack, screenplay. You remember Phil Collins' screenplay?
I like the screen track.
Yeah, screen track. What's that? That's made up. Yes, and it is his song in that movie.
Oh, right, okay.
Jeff Bridges looking like $1 million, by the way.
Yeah?
He looks like a young Harrison Ford crossed with Liam Hemsworth. He's got a rippling six-pack and everything. Like, amazing. Yeah. Yes, not great, though. The Perfect Storm.
Yes.
Fine.
Wolfgang.
Yeah, Wolfgang Peterson.
Clooney.
Yeah.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, fine.
Waves.
Sticking with Wolfgang, I watched Das Boot, the theatrical cut.
Das Boot, the theatrical one. So that's the 2
2.5
hour.
hours, 2.5 hours, that one, yeah. And I enjoyed that so much, and then watched Das Boot, the director's cut. That's 3.5 hours, that one, yeah.
I feel like it's not been that long since you watched those last, no?
No, it's not that long, yeah. Because it's true.
You were going through your submarine phase. I'm pretty sure you were.
I haven't actually logged it on Letterboxd, so I think it was just before the Letterboxd phase. And so
you have a lot of phases.
I put it on the I put it on the watch list. I was like, I'm going to get to that so I can, formulate my thoughts and write them down properly about it. And really enjoyable.
Just to you're talking about watch list there. I checked my Letterboxd watch list. 170 films on it.
You need to get watching.
This is not serving a purpose anymore.
No, yeah.
This is just a list of films I'm not watching.
Yeah.
I need to.
If anything, going on the watch list is terminal for a film's chance of being watched.
Yeah, I need to get like a sub list of the watch list of actual. I need a Kanban board of films.
Yeah,
it's essentially what I need.
Yeah. So Against All Odds was a first time watch. Perfect Storm and Das Boot were rewatches. Flight, a first time watch for me.
Oh, very
Denzel.
nice. Yeah, Denzel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who directed? Someone directed that. Obviously, someone directed that.
It's Zemeckis, isn't it? It's Bob Zemeckis. No, definitely not. About a melon picker. Yeah, not a euphemism.
Isn't it?
Nope. Although he definitely fucks. He definitely fucks, does Mr. Majestic. Captain Ron. Not very good. Loved it.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on my alley.
What rating does that get then if it's
2 stars.
not very good? Right, okay.
I rate stuff properly. We've been through this.
Yeah,
Havana. No, actually, I would try that. It's not great. Following.
Yes, I watched that too.
Yeah.
Yay, I can talk.
Christopher Nolan's
Why did you watch that?
It's just been on my list for ages.
Does that complete your Nolan collection?
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, same here. What did you think of Following?
I mean, the idea that it's amazing how fully fleshed out Nolan as a director is at this stage.
It's got timey-wimey aspects to it already.
It's got basically all the hallmarks of all of his films already in terms of plot and construction.
And he was a student.
Yeah, like incredible. I thought the acting was pretty shit.
Yes, but yeah.
Including the antagonist that when I was reading the Letterboxd reviews, everybody goes, "Oh, I thought the acting was rubbish except this guy." And I'm like, no, even that guy was fucking annoying. Which, gets in the way. But I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was
I have to say,
quite decent. Some really good ideas.
70 minutes long.
Yeah.
That did not fly by.
You don't think?
No. Like, it felt longer than 70 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
I generally found it was all right. And,
Yeah.
and stuff. But don't say stuff. Just say horse. But yeah, as you say, Nolan fingerprints all over it.
Yeah.
I was speaking to a friend of the pod, Will, and he was like, very amazing achievement for a student, wise, but generally, yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. So there we go. Like I say, lot of films. To pick out my highlights,
Cool.
All the President's Men. That was a very fun first watch. Flight. Denzel is on in that film. Very, very good.
He's quite good at the old acting, though, isn't he?
He is quite good. And then I would say Romancing the Stone and Captain Ron are right in my wheelhouse for fun, sort of tropical comedies.
Could you combine them and have like Romancing the
Ron? Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to list all the films I've watched because that's
where else would you?
Incredibly on Letterboxd.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but the highlights of the movies that I've watched. Okay, I'm thirsty from all that listening to you talk about films. But do we have a nail?
We do.
Well, would you care to unveil the retro ale?
Bit of a theme to our films this month, I think. Do you agree?
Buddies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which obviously goes for The Nice Guys.
It does.
It goes for The Sting.
It does.
But also Toy Story. So I've gone with Wingman.
Hey.
Which we might have had before, actually. But
yeah, we have. But
there we go. It works.
Okay, let's move on to general apologies and corrections for the month. And I have some here, and there's not just apologies, there's actually some questions which don't really fit in with the films that we've watched. But I thought, good to get the listener questions in, so we'll cover that.
Indeed.
But the one apology I do have is that I teased the wrong bloody movie again, didn't I, at the end of The Nice Guys?
Yes, you did.
We, in fact, and it didn't make any sense to you, didn't know what the fuck I was doing anyway, but we were planning on doing King Kong. So I did a whole drunk thing on The Nice Guys leading into King Kong. But a little peek behind the old curtain, we've had that Nice Guys episode recorded for some time prior to the change in scheduled format that we were.
This is the third time this has happened now. I think they're used to it.
So King Kong is not next.
No.
It might not even be this year.
I've had feedback on this, and people were asking me, is this a bit? Is Life of Pi ever landing? And then Life of Pi landed, and what did we tease at the end of Life of Pi? Road to Perdition.
Yeah.
Did that drop? Did it fuck? And then you've gone and done it again.
November, I think, Road to Perdition now. So yeah, some way off.
So yeah, there we go.
So is it a bit? Maybe.
Yeah,
is it intentional? No.
Yeah. No, very good.
You got any corrections? Apologies?
Well,
I know you do.
No, the only general apology. I know there's one coming later.
Okay, good.
For
Nice Guys.
I think it is the Nice Guys episode, yeah. So there is an apology. But the only general apology I've got, I think...
it's Toy Story.
...is to your wife after I got in behind her yesterday morning and promptly put her in the wrong hole.
I don't want to find out any more information.
Well, come on, let's not be coy about this. You were there watching. Although I will point out, there were only mild protestations, weren't there? Because usually, when you accidentally do that, it receives a prompt, no. But this was more like, something's not right.
I'm not sure about this.
Yeah. If anything, she was like telling me to hurry up and do it properly. Like, get on with it. I've got places to be, sort of energy.
Yeah, that is true.
Anyway, we all got strapped in eventually. So yeah.
What's it called when you just sit there and watch?
It's cuckolding, isn't it?
Oh, you'd know. I mean...
Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Every Tuesday. That's why we never record on a Tuesday. So you were there in the cook chair, which apparently is the passenger seat.
Yeah, of a car.
In your car.
With your seatbelt that you put in the wrong hole.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Not an apology or a correction, but a message on Instagram from listener Jess, who is a little behind on the episode, so provided some feedback on Life of Pi, which was lovely to hear, in that she's seen the film, so has actually listened to the episode.
Yeah. Now, always rewarding.
Yep. And also had two questions for us. So the Life of Pi feedback was that thought your takes were interesting. You know, when people say that you have an interesting take, what they really mean is, I disagreed with every word of them, but, you know, he's a trier.
Well, that's okay, because Jess's take that you're about to drop, I thought was interesting, because it never occurred to me that somebody would have this take.
Yeah, so she still likes the film and felt the gut punch of Richard Parker swanning off into the jungle at the end.
Just simply didn't occur to me that anyone would be asked about the tiger.
Yeah, so they obviously connecting to the relationship of the boy and the tiger, which never was there, apparently.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, like, genuinely interesting. Yeah. Good take. Nice take.
Anyway, first question of 2. What film do you wish that you could see again for the very first time? Now, I have clarifying points on this. Now, am I seeing it for the first time now as the 40-year-old that I am, or am I reliving my experience of watching that movie for the first time again? What do you think? What would you go for?
Well, I've gone through that same thing. So I went through, my first thought was it's a movie with a twist.
Oh, right.
So I want to experience The Usual Suspects or Shutter Island again for the first time when you go, oh my word. But actually I settled on, no, what it is, I want to watch Jaws again for the first time.
Oh, Jaws, okay, interesting.
You know,
I went
like
similar route.
I think perhaps they've pushed my favourite film. And it was to go, yeah, I want to see that for the first time and be wowed right from the get-go.
So immediately I went down Star Wars route, right? So I thought Star Wars, or actually Empire Strikes Back, for that exact reason of the reveal and stuff, knowing that for seeing that for the first time. But actually then I went to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, good.
Regardless of the situation, whether I'm seeing that for the first time as when I did it, or if I'm just seeing it for the first time as a 4-year-old, I still think that will have the huge sort of impact that it would have at the time. Maybe a bit less so now if I'm watching it for the first time, because I'm like, oh no, CGI is a bit dodge. But yeah, that was, I think, where I ended up with that one.
Yeah, good.
Good question. Question number 2, a bit more general. What are your thoughts on all the Disney or DreamWorks live action remakes? She loves the animated films, but the remakes just piss her off. Most notably, How to Train Your Dragon. She doesn't feel brings anything that the cartoon doesn't. All round bleh. Carl, you got any thoughts on the...
I don't know because I simply haven't watched a lot of these live action remakes of those cartoons. So I don't know if I've got any thoughts on that specifically, but I definitely share the energy, because we talked about this before, like remakes and stuff, when they just don't add anything. And sequels as well. If sequels don't add anything, I'll talk a little about sequels later. I'm the same sort of, why do we need this? And actually, having just been to the cinema to see Jaws, and we've been looking at what else has been re-released, I'm very much of, just fucking re-release the old stuff that's great.
Yeah. I mean, I've actively avoided watching a lot of them, the Disney ones in particular, because I don't feel like it brings anything that's new. They just feel unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know, you particularly when you're just using, like in the case of The Lion King, just photorealistic animals. You're not putting real animals in there. That'll be entertaining. You know, give me something different. Real animals.
Stanley Kubrick approach.
Yeah.
To The Lion King.
So what are you getting from here? You literally, it's just like a scene for scene remake, but with like not cartoon, not that type of cartoon, different kind of CGI cartoon. Anyway, odd. I do quite like How to Train Your Dragon. No, wait, let's try that again. I do quite like How to Train Your Dragon. And the movies depart significantly from the book. So there could be an opportunity there for a reimagining and a live action that maybe goes a bit in a different direction. But I've only seen the trailer. And what I've read seems to be like basically a scene-for-scene reshoot of the animation, with the weirdest thing being that the dragon, Toothless, is actually identical to the cartoon, the original animation. Like they've basically, it's not any different because that was already, it basically looks exactly the same, but maybe a slightly different texture. So, odd. Snow White, considering the age of that film, again, space for a reimagining, you would think.
Yeah.
Because, you know, different audience, different kind of sensibilities, modern sensibilities, potentially. But, as we mentioned above before, still has an IMDb rating of 2.1. So obviously not been that successful. I know that's for other potential reasons there as well. But the one I've actually seen that is pretty decent is Beauty and the Beast, which I thought not essential viewing.
Just the Emma Watson.
Yeah, which I thought they actually did a decent job on that.
Bad, yeah.
The cartoon's still probably better, but I think they did a couple of different things with that made it at least worth watching. But overall, meh. Generally stinks of exploiting the audience. Yeah. Easy money grab, bypassing original
ideas. Which is the remake sequel thing. All over. But
I'm with you. Like, let's do a proper re-release of those films that a whole generation wouldn't have seen in the cinema.
Yeah.
Give them a proper push. Do a whole wide release of it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, so the first movie that we're going to talk about today is our Mash Flicks and Chill episode. So that was The Sting, which was made up of Ocean's 11 and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. But first, before that, just before recording, so just a couple of days before we recorded, we obviously learned of the sad passing of Robert Redford at the age of 89. And as he featured heavily in in this Mash Flicks and Chill episode this month, we thought it apt to have a little mini Redford section. It's a bit of a tribute before we get to The Sting and that specifically. But Carl, what I want to open up with first is my biggest discovery as I was doing some reading around Redford. The nodding GIF meme thing of the bearded man is Robert Redford and Jeremiah Johnson. What the shit?
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
Yeah.
I thought it was Zach Galifianakis.
Yes, you did say that.
It's Robert Redford.
Yeah.
He should get an Oscar for that film, just for A, the GIF, and B, looking like Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, I've not seen that film. But I was already aware of the fact that was Robert Redford. Not because I looked at it and thought
that's Robert Redford.
That's Robert Redford, but because I'd seen that do the rounds a bit, that Discovery, some months prior. But yeah, it's incredible. Have you seen that film?
No. And what has become apparent, Carl?
You haven't seen a lot of Redford films.
Not seen a lot of Redford films.
He's got 82 acting credits, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, but okay. I've when I say I've not seen a lot, what I'm really saying is I haven't seen very many.
Right. Which he's 82.
Yes. Which is, I know, the same, but also different.
Okay. What have you seen?
I seen?
Let's start there.
Okay, so I have seen, not to give away a top three that I'm doing, so I have to mix these up. So, so All the President's Men, which you've mentioned earlier. The Sting, Butch Cassidy, obviously. All Is Lost. Indecent Proposal, Lions for Lambs. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. That's about it. That's about it. So pretty low. If he's done 82 and I've watched 6, 8, 7.
It's a poor hit rate, that, isn't it?
It is poor. It is poor. But what that has done, you know, that watch list that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's inflated your watch list even further.
It's inflated the watch list. Good. There's certainly a few there that I want to get to. And that's obviously not even counting his directorial efforts.
Yeah. I think he did only direct about 10 films. Although
Still, 10 films, yeah?
Yeah.
Exactly 10.
Obviously, Oscar-nominated efforts in there as well. I mean, so much of what I've seen this week, other actors and directors praising him and whatnot, it's the Sundance Film School thing.
Yes.
And the effort and, sort of the stuff he put in place for independent filmmakers.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a legacy to
leave
I
think
behind,
that's the thing. He's, severely respected, I would say.
Yep.
I'm going to dive into some of my honourable mentions. So, Brubaker I mentioned at the top of the running order. A little bit slept on, very, very watchable, and you can sort of see, and it probably wasn't the first to do it, but you can sort of see so much of Brubaker in The Shawshank Redemption. Okay. In terms of how they tell the story of how this prison works and what goes on and what are the bad things about it. Now, obviously, Shawshank Redemption is very, very, we've talked about this, very, very sort of light in tone. It's a very, very, quote-unquote, Hollywood film. Brubaker's a bit more down and dirty than that. But very, very watchable effort. And, of course, Redford is great in it. Honestly, that's the theme. When you look at his films, even the ones where you go, I mentioned Havana, it's not great. But he's great in it. I say The Natural, I'm like going, is he just a bit... No, actually, he is great in it. He has such a magnetism. He's a solid gold star, Robert Redford.
I'm sure we've talked recently about another actor who's really good but isn't in good films, if you know what I mean. Like, they're always the best thing in films.
I mean, Denzel has got a bit of a checkered filmography. He doesn't make the best choices in terms of box office success.
Anything but
he's
severely
always
watchable.
Yeah, absolutely on it. I don't know if that's the one. It might have been.
Can't remember. I have to rack my brain for that one.
Yeah. So Brubaker's good. All Is Lost.
Yeah.
I can't think of too many films like All Is Lost. That's worth a watch.
And obviously a movie that doesn't make his filmography, which he auditioned for. is The Graduate.
Mm.
So he auditioned for The Graduate, and Mike Nichols was very keen on having, because he'd originally imagined this character as very Robert Redford looking.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's supposed to be a track star, and this woman falls for him, which, let's face it, isn't Dustin Hoffman.
No. But then he kind of come full circle, the director there, and then during the, I keep saying interview, but I'm thinking not the interview, the audition.
Yeah.
He was asking him, have you ever struck out with a woman?
Yes, I've read this.
And he's just like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
like the mere concept of it was just foreign to him. Struck out? Why would that be a thing? He's like, yeah, I think you're too attractive. Just look at the guy. Like, come on. Even when he was in his 80s,
Oh, he aged really
late
well.
70s,
Yeah.
still just a...
He aged really, really well. All the President's Men, first time watch for me today. Again, he's fantastic in that. That's a very good film.
Yep.
That's Men Talking in Rooms. You like that?
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just missed out on my top 3.
Mm.
It was literally the fourth. It was between 3 and 4, and I was like, oh, I'll go for this one because maybe it's a bit more interesting.
Yeah, I think I could guess your top 3.
I think you could as well.
Yeah, okay. One I don't think you will have seen, 3 Days of the Condor.
No, that's my gap that's gone on the watch list. Obviously looking through some of the ones that I've missed. So Spy Game I've not seen, which I know. Out of Africa I've not seen, which I do need to see for Oscar purposes anyway.
Yeah.
To try and round out that. The Natural I've not seen, which you've already talked about, which I do. I do want to see it. Yeah,
you might like that.
3 Days of the Condor was the one I was like, oh yeah, that does sound like a really
tidy film. Yeah. And again, Redford's excellent in it.
Yeah, and A Bridge Too Far was the other one, which I know he's not a major part in. But
I looked that up earlier. So I was gathering some feedback on actually the Sting, and asked the question, Redford or Newman, which one would you rather shag?
Yeah.
And Johnny, friend of the pod,
Porque no las dos? Is that the frame?
He said never seen any Redford films.
Never
seen any Redford films.
Well, I thought I was bad. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it turns out he has seen what's the one? Indecent Proposal.
Oh, yeah.
And then
didn't make the list.
Yeah, he'd also seen A Bridge Too Far, which has that bit part doesn't count. Yeah. But I think I did look that up. I think he's on screen for about 23 minutes.
He looks incredible in the shots that I've seen of him.
He's very young in that one. Yeah.
Just a gorgeous man.
I think he's got. I think he's slightly disingenuous to call that a bit part, but that's a very ensemble piece. Yeah. A Bridge Too Far. Yeah, classic though. Or is it? We'll decree on that at some point. My other honourable mention, you've just said it then, is Out of Africa. It's a fabulous looking film.
That's a Polak one, isn't it?
Yeah, he's great in it. I don't love that film. It's all right, but I actually struggle to warm to the Meryl Streep character a little bit. Which, might be my fault because she's supposed to be kind of like hardy and independent. But yeah, maybe I just don't like Meryl Streep that much. Don't know.
All right, should we get to our top 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you said you could predict my top 3. See if you can get the right order, see if you can get the right films.
Okay, yeah, that's a good thing. So I'm just quickly scanning the list to see I haven't missed anything out. I don't think so. I think I am going to slot All Is Lost in at number 3.
Correct.
Which means, I mean, this is tough because I know you loved Butch and Sundance. Look, we know that Sting and the Butch and Sundance making up 1 and 2. We know that. I know you loved Butch and Sundance. You were really taken by that. But then I know how much you like the Sting as well. I'm going to go Butch and Sundance too because you've only just seen it once. So
you got it.
Where that ends up, I don't know. You're Sting number 1.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
Butch and Sundance could climb on a rewatch potentially. I'm keen to rewatch that. But yeah, I only seen it once. The Sting seen a couple of times, and we were questioning: is it the perfect film? Is it great? It's right up there. Love it.
Yeah, Butch and Sundance is absolutely joyous. The Sting might just be better.
So, in your top 3, did any of your recent watches make it into the top 3?
I had
Spy Game in there.
I had one that was number 3 was undecided. So
never heard of it.
Tip my hat. 1 and 2, same as yours, right? Sting number 1, Butch and Sundance number 2. Number 3, I'm like, I don't know, it's tight. I was teetering between Spy Game and 3 Days of the Condor. And then I watched All the President's Men.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? He's very, very good in that. And I think of those 3 films, that might be the best film.
Yes.
But the one I like the most
Spy Game.
is Spy Game.
Yeah. You completely talked over my number 3 is Undecided. Never heard of it, but it's fine. You know.
What's that now?
You said your number 3 was Undecided.
My number 3 was Undecided.
Yeah, and I said never heard of it.
Right, as if the film was called Undecided.
Yes.
I get what you mean. Very good.
Yeah. You just talk over it. So just before Johnny gets in there, you know.
Yeah, he's hot on that stuff, is Johnny.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Any closing remarks on Redford?
Yes. I mean, he's an absolute star. My closing remarks on Redford is this. I asked my mum. I said, what was your favourite Robert Redford film, Mum? Mm-hmm. And she said, the Thomas Crown Affair.
God.
I was like, I don't think he's in that, Mum. And she went, he is, isn't he? Steve McQueen.
At least it wasn't Pierce Brosnan.
No. It was Steve McQueen, Thomas Crown Affair. And then she went, Love Story. That's Ryan O'Neill.
Right.
And they said, no, again, that's not him. What about The Sting? No, she doesn't like The Sting.
She doesn't like The Sting.
No, she doesn't like The Sting.
No.
So they said, maybe you were more of a Paul Newman man then, weren't you? What was your favourite Paul Newman film?
Great Escape.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's brilliant.
So we laughed about that. And we went, very good. Not really, though. And she went, what do you mean? Is he not in that one? I goes, no, it's Steve McQueen again. So my mum, not a massive Robert Redford fan, really likes Steve McQueen.
Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. All right, let's get back to our regular programming and let's start talking about our Mash Flicks and Chill episode with The Sting. So obviously we don't have an initial position on these Mash Flicks or an end position or a needle move, so don't need to talk about that. We did have some feedback from Heather, actually, our guest on the episode, just on a little WhatsApp chat we're doing. I hope she doesn't mind. We're going to be sharing some of this. I've not gone for the controversial things that she was saying on there. I've just gone for the straight down the line things. But she was saying that her kid thinks it's very superficial of us for us to root for Redford and Newman just because they're hot and charismatic when they're also criminals.
Guilty as charged.
Yes, yeah. What are you gonna do? Is that who are we gonna root for? Like the evil guy with the limp? Like
no, the Snyder, obviously.
Oh, the law guy,
the corrupt lawman. Yeah. Or FBI agent Polk, the fake lawman.
Yeah, I mean, there is literally not a straight character in this, is there? Like, there's not a law-abiding.
No, not really.
In any way, shape, or form. Like,
yeah.
Even Luther, who is like...
Oh, they're all in it up to the necks, aren't they? Yeah.
Not a single person.
Hooker's date, what was her name?
She was, yeah, I guess. She was a stripper, but sure.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's a career, I suppose.
Controversial.
Well, it's not a career. What are you saying?
No, never mind. Moving on.
And then, obviously, you mentioned as well on that chat about Lotions 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which got some images going, didn't it?
Not my Freudian slip, that was Heather.
It was Heather's Freudian slip. You noticed it.
I mean, to be fair, she doubled down on it. She lent into it. She owned it. Fair play to her. And I agree.
Yeah. What could make it better? Lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
So there we go. What lingering thoughts have you got, Carl, or any further listener feedback?
Well, except for the fact that Johnny hasn't seen The Sting, and he desperately needs to sort that out. I did actually watch The Sting again with 3 friends.
So 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just tremendous. Look,
was that
I'm
the
a
first
5-star.
watch for any of them, or was it?
No. I'm a 5-star on that one.
Skipping ahead, but I like it.
Yeah, I think it's. I said it on the pod as well. Did I? Maybe.
So that's gone up because you were a 4.5.
Oh, I've actually logged it on Letterboxd before. Oh, skipping ahead. You like it?
Yeah.
So no, just absolutely cemented it as just a fantastic piece of cinema. Love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, we flirted with the idea: is it a perfect film? And just in terms of the structure and stuff. I mean, it's just what I love most about it is that we can talk about the great films and stuff. And Heather actually mentioned it. It's like it hasn't got the heavy themes. It hasn't got that. Yeah, but it's just so much fun, so well acted. Like so many memorable scenes, decent level of quotes to it. It's just thoroughly skipping ahead, rewatchable as well.
It is, yeah. Again, I did call this out on the pod. It's the Shawshank thing. You see Shawshank at the top of IMDb's list, and you want to say that doesn't belong there.
Yeah, basic bitch.
Because it's not a good enough film to be there. And then you watch it and you go, it's largely faultless. Because yes, it's not heavy, it's not trying to be. Yes, it's not this, it's not trying to be. Yes, it's not. And that's the key point, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has set out to do something. It's set out for a tone, and it's absolutely nailed it. Shawshank does that. The Sting does that. And yeah, criticism of it is silly because it's like, oh, I wanted it to be something else. Well, okay. Bully for you, but that's not the point, is it? It is what it is, and it's amazing at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to add that we missed out? I mean, we covered it fairly thoroughly. During the episode, well worth listening back to, people. If you've missed it, go watch The Sting. Sting's great. Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, that's fun. Watch that as well. Ocean's 11. Who doesn't like Ocean's 11? Great fun.
Yeah, it's
three really fun films as part of that mash. So big thanks again to Heather for.
I mean, it was Ocean's 11, 1960 that we actually ended up.
on. Sure,
but that's not as much fun as the remake. There we go.
Okay, on to ratings then, Carl. So you've already given away. You've shot your load already. So you've moved up to a 5 from a 4.5.
Yeah.
So interesting. I moved from a 4 to a 4.5, but I'm similar. I'm thinking about you. I'm just like, how is it not a 5? How is it not a 5?
I don't think I've written a review on my 4.5 star entry, have I?
I don't know.
Because if I had, I'll be surprised if I have. Because one of the things that is quite useful about, I split my reviews into good, bad, meh. It challenges your position to go, well, are you reaching for this? Do you really think this is bad? And so sometimes you go, well, I feel like I should, because I don't want to give 5 away. I feel like maybe we should put that a bit. And then it'll be like, when you actually do the writing, oh, I'm really struggling to find something to put in the bad. So I'd be surprised if I put a review on there. Maybe I did. And I was sort of thinking about logging this one, which I haven't done yet. But I was thinking about it. I was like, what would I put in the bad? It's just like absolutely nailed what it's gone for. So
yeah.
It's a 5 star.
So I think this could go all the way. It's up to a 4.5 from a 4 already. I'm struggling, like you said there. I'm struggling to think of where it's losing marks really.
Yeah.
So it could be a 5 all the way.
So you mean it had 5 to lose?
Had 5 to lose to start with, indeed. Yeah.
That's what you're implying there, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting.
IMDb 8.2, number 117 on the top 250. Too low. Come on.
Way too low.
Get that in the top 100. Needs to be at least top 100. Come on. Letterboxd 4.2, so slightly higher. Metascore 83. Come on, critics. What are you not liking?
Yeah.
Come on. Nominations. Redford got his sole acting nomination for this.
Bit crazy.
Very crazy. Very crazy. Come on, Simon. You can do better than that. Redford lost out to Jack Lemmon in Save the Tiger.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
Very crazy is so far and away from the stupidest things you've ever said.
Not stupid, it's just so unimaginative and shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just like, come on. At least say incredibly.
Yeah.
It got to very crazy. Yeah. Anyway. The lineup that year that he lost out, Lemon, Brando, Nicholson, Pacino, Redford.
God, they don't make him like that anymore, do they?
Name me another year where you've got 5 actors that are bigger than those 5 nominated.
That's a hell of a lineup, isn't it?
Oof. But yeah, it didn't win. But what it did win was Best Picture. It won Best Director for George Roy Hill. It won Best Original Screenplay. It won Best Art Direction. It won Best Costume Design. We talked about the costumes. They were top notch.
I can't remember her name, but Heather rightly called her out.
Oh, right. Sorry.
The
no.
costume designer. Sorry.
Yes.
I can't remember her name, but that woman what we did the podcast with, I think she knew her.
Yeah, she did name her. I also can't remember her name because...
Did you hate women?
No. Not what I was going to say. I'm just not as knowledgeable as Heather is what I was going to say.
Well, that's a given.
That is a given. Film editing, it won Best Original Song, Score, and Adaptation or Scoring. This is a confusing title of a category.
This is like your category of rewatches.
Sorry. Best Scoring, Original Song Score, and Adaptation or Scoring Adaptation. All right, it won that anyway. Well done, Marvin Hamlish. And it was nominated for Best Sound, Best Actor, Best Cinematography, which it did not win. So
have you got the names in front of you there of who actually won?
Not for those ones.
You said Marvin Hamlish.
Marvin Hamlish won for the best score. Yeah.
So you've got the names of the people who. So you chose to read the man's name out.
It's right there,
but not the woman that
Edith Head.
Edith Head. That's right.
Edith Head. Oh my god, what an idiot. Oh, okay, that might be up there with the stupidest things I've done. Literally staring me in the face, all of the names. I can't remember the name of the woman.
Yeah. It sounds like you don't want to remember the name.
I'm so sorry, Edith. On behalf of all men, I'd like to apologise to all women, but specifically Edith Head, who won for Best Costume Design, rightly, because it was great. Oh, Jesus. Right. Rewatchability, Carl.
Oh, it's a very yes.
Yeah, I mean, you have proved that. You have rewatched it. Yeah, very yes for me as well. All right, tricky one. Best scene. Actually, not so tricky for me. There were a few up there, but there was one that was clear.
I can't get away from the poker scene on the train.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly the same.
And it is a Newman versus Redford thing. I'm a Newman kid all day, and that's his best moment in the film. He's absolutely on it.
Not as good as Steve McQueen, though, is he?
Apparently not, according to Mother. So yeah, Paul Newman's poker con on the train is amazing. Yeah, agreed.
The other two that were in contention, the nose rubbing montage. Just fun. Love that. Yeah. It sounds odd, nose rubbing montage. Just to be clear, that sounds odd. And then the shutout. I enjoyed the shutout scene as well.
Okay.
Just for how they arranged it.
Good. Other honourable mention for me is Kid Twist and the Office thing. You know, pretending.
Oh, with the painting. And,
that's right. I liked that. That's very good.
Best quote.
Shut down and shut up, will you? Try not to live up to all my expectations.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I didn't have that one.
Which is FBI agent Polk, I think, to Snyder.
So mine was You're a con man and you blew it like a pimp.
Yes, good one.
I like it. And the other one was Glad to meet you, kid. You're a real horse's ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pimp got it. Favorite character. I know the real favourite character is obviously Henry Condor.
It is, but let's not.
We have
do
rules
that.
Apparently.
I mean, I felt bad even about picking this one. I was going to say Kid Twist. I love Kid Twist, but it's Doyle Lonnegan is my favourite.
Oh, you went for Lonnegan? Okay, I thought he was maybe too major, but he is a good character, good villain character.
Yeah.
You can root against him.
Yeah,
for sure. I went for Floyd, Lonnegan's bodyguard, played by Charles Deercop.
Oh, the flat nose.
Yeah. But I just thought he was doing so,
he was good.
Basically in the background, right, a lot of the time, but he just brought so much to
it. He just nailed you belong in a 1930s film.
Yeah. 100%. Carl, you want a game?
I'd love a game.
Okay, so the game today, Carl. So all the movies covered this month have an underlying theme. That of buddy duo movies, right? We've already talked about it with the bit. Bud E Duo sounds a bit like somebody's name with a middle initial. Bud E Duo, right?
Yeah.
So here is a blind ranking of actors who use middle initial or name in their stage name.
Oh.
Play the music.
Well, I don't know why I chose this tonight. I've got the feeling that it might be shite. Creating games is something I cannot share, and I'm wondering if anyone cares.
Your face.
Ideas were escaping me, inspiration was a fight. Here I am, blind ranking here in this room. Yes, I'm blind ranking here just for you. Blind ranking is fun to do. Here I am, blind ranking will have to do.
I agree. Listen, we've come a long way from taglines, don't worry about it.
I need to turn down the reverb. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what was the...
That does not sound like that
ideas
when I
were
was
escaping me.
Inspiration was tight. What was it? The inspiration was a fight.
Yeah, it was a fight. That was it. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Very good. Right.
So anyway, what I have is 10 names of people who use a middle initial or name, and you have to rank them 1 to 10, just in the blind ranking way.
Based on what?
Based on where you think they rank. They're not just people. It's not just who you'd sleep with. You can base it on. They're all actors, you know.
Right.
So you can be who you like the most.
Who
is
I
your
like
favorite
the
actor?
most?
Yeah. Who's your
My
favorite?
favourite actor, right? Okay,
Yeah, the
fine.
favorite.
Okay,
the
right.
favoritist.
Okay.
Yeah. So not just me, Carl. The acting ability. Okay.
Right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. The first one is Michael J. Fox.
Okay. Let's go 7.
7. Okay. Next up, Samuel L. Jackson.
5.
Okay. John C. Reilly.
Ooh. It's difficult, isn't it? As a leading man, I mean... No, let's go 4.
His
We're
whole
in safe
repertoire.
hands with John C. Reilly, yeah.
John C. McGinley.
Yeah. In film, he's just an arsehole.
It's basically Platoon, right?
Platoon, The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
So I'm going to go... Let's put him at 8.
8, okay. Richard E. Grant.
Yeah, let's go 9.
Oh, not a fan of the Grant. Interesting. Okay. Michael B. Jordan.
I've literally only seen him in Sinners, I think.
Pretty good, though.
He was pretty good in Sinners, yeah. I haven't got... I've not
seen
enough.
Creed?
No. I've not got enough left at the top, but on the other hand...
Got 1, 2, 3, 6, and 10.
Yeah, let's go 6. Let's go 6.
6. Okay, William H. Macy.
Ooh. Now, older me would have said, or younger me, but like the old-fashioned version of me.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, hang on. How's that work? I would have said 10 once upon a time.
Past you, I think.
Past you. That's the word. Well done. I would have said 10, but I can't say 1 to 3, so it's still going to have to be 10.
10?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, William.
J.K. Simmons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, when is he ever not great, J.K. Simmons? Yeah, 3. Let's go 3.
3, all right. T.J. Miller.
Oh, I've really fucked up here. I don't even know who that is.
He's a funny ginger guy. Just Google him to see if he's ever seen him in anything.
I don't
he's in
know
Deadpool.
No, not seen that.
Some other stuff.
Movies. Emoji, no.
Mainly a voice thing.
I just really fucked up here. Yeah, it was 2, isn't it? I mean,
2? Oh, TJ Miller.
It was 1 or 2, wasn't it?
All right, you ready for the last one?
Yeah, oh no, you've screwed me over. Go on.
No, you've played a blinder.
Oh, go on, who is it?
Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, fine, yeah. Is there anyone in the list I would have put above that? No, probably not, actually. No.
So you've got Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. I just see what you've done there.
Yeah,
Jesus
well done.
Christ. Did you literally not come up with a 10th one?
No, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, okay.
And also, yes. So Robert De Niro, T.J. Miller, J.K. Simmons, John C. Reilly, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael B. Jordan, Michael J. Fox, John C. McGinley, Richard E. Grant, and William H. Macy at the bottom.
Yeah, it's not bad apart from the T.J. Miller aberration. Yeah.
Michael J. Fox, I thought you might have higher.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, 7.
Back to the Future, but then...
Yeah, but beyond that, yeah, so fair enough. There you go.
Yeah, no, not bad.
That was blind ranking the middle with you.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to our second movie of the month, The Nice Guys, which was actually our first movie of the month. But never mind.
But then Redford died, didn't he?
Then Redford died, so we had to bump him up. Yep.
Never been so delighted for a movie. Yes, we've just released the Sting episode and Redford's died. On the algorithm will love this.
I mean, I was going to stick that to offline talk so we didn't come across as horrible people. I was genuinely sad at the Redford.
Oh,
death.
yeah.
Yeah. But hey, anyway, The Nice Guys. Moving on to less dead things. Initial position for The Nice Guys. Me, I was a like. Carl, you were a don't like.
I was a don't like.
Yeah. End position. Me, like. You.
Yeah, we had a little movement, didn't we, this month? I moved to ambivalent.
Ambivalent. So a needle of yes, a little flicker to ambivalent. And I think genuinely, listening back, you are ambivalent to this movie.
I think that's right.
It's the epitome of ambivalence almost. So that's good. That's a win. That's a win. I'm on the board. There we go. Some listener feedback. Oh shit, I need to get that. So Johnny on Instagram has shared some feedback.
I've got it if you want.
Oh, go for it.
He says, it sits in a bit of a film purgatory.
Which I thought was a very interesting point.
Yeah. He's seen it a couple of times and yet doesn't actually remember loads about it, which says a lot. He thinks it's more highly rated than he thought it was. But he does remember the dynamic between Gosling and Crowe, with Gosling being particularly good and fit the character very well, which is what we said. His funny bits he liked were the free bar with him in the mermaid tank, which was good. He goes on to question, why is it so unmemorable? Probably because it's not overtly funny. And again, this is something I think it is funny to a point, not enough to carry it all the way through. It's not overtly funny enough and not serious enough to really satisfy the noir side of it either, which again is like we discussed. He does make a good point, which I agree with as well, which is he'd much rather films like this come out now than some of the remakes and reboots that are shamelessly churned out.
And just on that, so obviously Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe have both kind of said that they'd be up for doing a sequel.
Yeah.
But the numbers just didn't kind of work from the first one. I do wonder if like a sequel to this movie would do rather well because of exactly what Johnny's saying there, that actually it'd be a bit more of a crying out, maybe a bit more of a crying out for it. It seems to have grown a bit of an audience since release, and it could kind of fit a niche for something which isn't really out there too much at the minute. But who knows?
So
or it could just be another one that doesn't quite hit the heights.
Yeah, I have some other feedback as well, which kind of really cements some of the things in particular I was saying. Martin, friend of the pod, he's pretty sure he's seen it, doesn't remember it.
And I'll be honest, that is fairly similar. I think when we first started talking about this, like, it was suggested, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I liked it. Like, you kind of think of it, you go like, well, I would like this film. Yeah, like it's got all the hallmarks of the things that I would like, right?
Well, I'm gonna retread a point I said on the podcast.
You repeat yourself.
I know.
No.
But to what you've just said, I do think it's got a bit of a whiff of people like the idea of this film more than they like the actual film itself. Because you look at it, it's a very distinct cover. It's got Crowe and Gosling, film aficionados are going to look and go, Shane Black? Yeah, lovely. It is a bit Tarantino-light in how stylistically out there it is. And I think people look at that and go, oh yeah, it's all there. Maybe the actual reality of it is not quite there. I'm not sure. And then lastly, Jamie, friend of the pod. Nice Guys, never finished it. Seen the first 20 minutes about 3 times. Amen, brother.
I still don't understand it.
Yeah, well, I know exactly where he's coming from.
Apparently so. I thought this was your illness. I didn't realise this was something that was more of a pandemic now. But we do get to put your theory there of the idea of this movie, people liking more than the actual film, potentially in November, where we maybe discussing this movie in some more detail again.
As a mash flicks. Bizarrely, because, I'm not immune to that same thing that I just said, I'm kind of looking forward to rewatching it.
Yeah.
Because maybe it'll be better this time. It looks like it's got all the constituent parts, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to spend a lot more time on it because we are going to be revisiting this in the near future. So let's get to our rating, Scar. I'd be interested to see where this sits on you. Where does the ambivalence needle lie on your rating?
Look, I had this down at, I think, a 1 star before. And this was off an incomplete watch. I tried several times to get through it. I couldn't. I was like, you know what? It's just not happening. I'm going to log it, and it feels like I have to give it a very, very low score because I can't even get through it. So I gave it 1 star. It's better than that. I'm going to give it a 3.
Ooh.
I think that there probably is enough there for you to recognise that, well, it does look very good, and Ryan Gosling is very funny, and he and Crow do have some great... There's lots of things I can look at and go, yeah, that's probably good. I don't like it that much. But yeah, I think 3 stars seems about right.
Yeah, because I think I clearly like it more than you like it.
Yeah.
But when I was doing the ratings, and I think originally I'd rated it 4, and I was like, it's going to be lower than a 4, and I was like 3.5. It could have even gone down to a 3, just because on further consideration and analysis of it, similar to what you said, it's just like, is it just that the sum of its parts are not quite
maybe that's it,
adding up?
Yeah.
So I'm between 3 and 3.5. I haven't actually decided.
Yeah,
I couldn't quite decide. That's where the old quarter marks would have been handy, but then I would have been clamouring for a 3.125.
Exactly.
So,
madness that way, lads.
But we're not too far off the general consensus with those ratings. IMDb 7.4, so it's not hugely favoured on
Which,
there.
if you adjust that for,
yeah.
Well, you take out the silliness, it probably is.
Where that sits in relation to other films, right?
Exactly.
It's not towards the upper 7s and 8s.
Yeah.
Letterboxd 3.8, so a bit more loved on the Letterboxd, which I think probably does fit with a kind of
that cult following that's growing. Yeah.
Metascore 70, so again, it's kind of in that zone. And no nominations, no love whatsoever from that. Not even for costumes or anything like that, which I
That's
find
slightly
a little bit
because
surprising.
it is very visually striking. Although, again, as I said on the pod, do you know what? I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood does that better. And I know it's a different decade, but it's one of those films, and it came out around the same time, where they're laying a lot on the how good does this look, the retro vibes. Maybe people just, it's in that.
But rewatchability, I have put yes for this, because I do want to rewatch it. And I think there's enough there that... This is where I guess I found it confusing that you couldn't get through it, and clearly Jamie as well, because it's not a challenging film to
it's just
watch.
boring.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's kind of quite easy. I'd find it quite easy to watch, because it's not like, it's not like a painful watch. It was just...
No, it's not. It's just a bit boring. I just don't think the plot's good enough. So you get to the point where, if you're not completely in the humour, and I did find some of it funny, again, I'll say that, but if you're not completely in the humour, you just get to the point where I don't think the plot's strong enough to carry it through. Now, look, I have said no on Rewatchable, but as I've already indicated, I am kind of looking forward to giving it another go. And, that's where it's nice doing the podcast, because you have reasons to watch stuff, almost force you into it. And think, actually, that wasn't bad. That was a nice discovery. Stuff you otherwise wouldn't have done. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it fares, but, not convinced.
What about best scene, though, Carl?
I think, I do like the mermaid bit, and that was funny, but I think it is probably the confrontation between Jackson and Holland where he breaks the arm. That was the bit I found funniest, that whole thing. And I know some people will say, maybe you will say the toilet scene as a bit of pure slapstick, and that was fine too. But yeah, that confrontation, the banter between them, and Gosling continually going back to try and get his gun. And all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that was a really good one. That would have been, I guess, in the top 3. The 2 that I couldn't decide between, the toilet stall, as you've mentioned, which is just brilliantly acted, slapstick. But the one I think I am going to go for is the discovery and disposal of the wall of the body, where it had me in stitches. The disposal of the body over the wall, crash it, and then the boat just sort of looking at each other, and then scampering off. I thought, that was probably at its funniest, for sure. So that gets the best scene for me. Best quote. There's a few to pick one from.
There is, and we talked about the dialogue, and I kind of threw this one out there at the end. But when I was reading the list of them in preparation for this, it is the one that made me laugh the most. You know who else was just following orders?
Adolf Hitler.
And do you know what? I love that, because what I didn't spot at the time was that's not even true.
No, of course
not. Hitler was following orders. He was giving the orders.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah, but
and they come back to it as well, I think, don't they?
They do. Yeah. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, that was on my list. The other ones that I called out. So look on the bright side. Nobody got hurt. People got hurt.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think they died quickly, so I
Yeah.
don't think they got hurt.
Yeah.
And then, oh, excuse me, I'm carrying a dead body, and I have this schwanz in my face. So I'm sorry. I'm not Bakishnerov. You can't even say Baryshnikov. Quite like that. But the one I'm going for is, sweetheart, how many times have I told you? Don't say and stuff. Just say, Dad, there are whores here. Which I do like, and I keep on using because I say and stuff a lot.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my favourite. Favourite character?
Well, I mean, I want to say Holland March, but
I know
it's not allowed to say that, are we?
And whilst it's tempting to go for Misty Mountains,
Yeah, my issue with this one is the other characters are just very, very weak. So I'd be picking someone for some sort of meta reason. No, in fact, let's say Matt Bomer's character.
Yeah.
Because he was at least very on it in terms of the cold calculating hitman.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Henry Cavill wannabe.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I went for older guy.
Oh, yeah, well, there's the meta reason, you see.
Played by Keith David.
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, I did want to shout out Holly March. So for being a non-irritating kid actor.
Yeah, you said that in the pod as well, yeah.
I think that it's worth shouting out.
Yeah, and then it helps to repair your relationship with the female community a little bit as well.
Yeah. I remembered her name, and she's called Angry Rice.
Yeah.
Anything more?
Well, is it a classic?
Is it a classic? Again, Carl, we do this at the end.
Oh,
you said you were going to update your template. You obviously haven't.
Didn't. Yep, good.
Okay, we move on to our final film of the month, which was our classics collection, which was Toy Story this month. Great fun, Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely a classic, as we decided there. But listen to feedback, Carl. What have you got?
Oh, just a little one from Jamie. Again, prolific this month. Best computer animated movie. Which I agree with, I think.
Yeah, so interesting. So Johnny has also been in touch with that. Undoubtedly a classic. Considering its stamina and impact, it's hard to argue it's the best. But gun to your head, would you say it'd be the one animation you pick to watch forevermore? He loves Up. He loves Wall-E for the themes and the emotional chops for Up. It's not a fair comparison, though, because he watched both of those as an adult, whereas he would have been, a kid when he'd watched this. But he thinks that Up will be called a classic, particularly even just for the opening 5-10 minutes alone, which is brilliant filmmaking with a touchy story without words.
I haven't seen Up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should watch Up.
Yeah, well,
if only for the first 5-10 minutes,
yeah.
Which you should forget we say that, so you're not expecting something and then it doesn't deliver on it. But I mean, Wall-E was another one for me. I was just like, I do love Wall-E.
Yeah.
But then again, I think similar. The gun to your head though. Can you look past Toy Story being the first feature length?
Yeah. I mean, I think
delivers.
My other favourite would be, I mean, I love Wall-E, love Toy Story. My other favourite would be Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
I think that is fantastic. And Finding Nemo has what I think Wall-E doesn't quite, but Toy Story does. Finding Nemo is hilarious. It's very funny. Lots of jokes in there. I'm not sure that's quite true of Wall-E.
No, it's largely silent for the first half.
Yeah, I mean, there are still some side jokes and stuff in there, but it's it's a different sort of film. It's coming out slightly differently, but
it is.
Yeah, but I Toy Story for me. That's the.
But where does, because the Toy Story trilogy or quadrilogy as is now soon to be quintilogy?
Yeah.
Where does Toy Story fit alongside those other ones for you? Because it gets a lot of talk that, well, maybe.
Do you want me to talk about sequels now?
Yeah, do.
This section though. Before I do that, I've got to do something else, haven't I? Because this section is listener feedback, corrections, clarifications.
Sure.
So we better do corrections suddenly.
Please do correct. Yeah.
Yeah, look, for this next bit, I really wish I was doing a bit for this. I really wish that I was purposely getting common phrases mixed up on purpose. As a sort of like...
Both at it.
As a sort of self-aware Del Boy.
Yeah.
Which is a very UK-centric reference there. So I wish I was doing a bit, but I'm just a twat. So you said last week you were searching around for a phrase and you were clasping at straws.
Yeah.
Clasping at straws.
Which is not the phrase.
It's not the phrase.
No.
And I went, well, you're grasping.
Yeah, corrected
And
me.
then you corrected you grasping. And then, well, yeah, clasping at straws isn't the phrase.
Idiot.
Yeah, grasping at straws is the phrase. Come on, nobody's ever said clasping at straws.
Yeah. What's the actual phrase?
I mean, the actual phrase, as I received a text message from Johnny, completely out of context, it just said clutching at straws. And I read that and I just went, oh, I fucked up. But it's even worse than that, right? Because before I received that text message, I was editing the pod and I'd said lose face because I'd got lose faith and save face mixed up.
Yeah.
I meant to say lose faith. I'd said lose face. And I messaged the pod notes thing to go, I can't believe that in the same episode that I corrected your clasping of straws,
So,
I said lose face.
so what we're really saying is if we're keeping score, I'm winning.
So even then, I was already going, oh God, I can't believe I've done that. I still didn't fucking realise that it's clutching at straws, you dickhead. Nobody's ever said grasping at straws.
I guess
Just the same way no one's ever said clasping at straws.
you were just desperate for a victory. You're just grasping at straws. That's
I
what
was,
you were
wasn't I? I was so desperate to rip into you that I couldn't see my own error. Ridiculous.
But back to sequels.
Sequels, fucking hell, right. So Tarantino says this is/was the perfect trilogy, right?
Yeah.
Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the reasons he gives for that. He says it's like the Dollars trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Said no trilogy has managed to achieve this except, I assume he thinks the Dollars trilogy, where each film is better than the last, and the ending wraps up the narrative perfectly. I agree with him when he says like a trilogy should wrap up the narrative arc.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if I agree with the idea that each film has to be better in a trilogy.
I guess my initial question is, do you think Toy Story 2 is better than Toy Story
No.
1? And do you think Toy Story 3 is better than the both previous?
No, I don't. I think the first Toy Story is the best one.
So I rewatched Toy Story 2
Yeah.
last week. And I don't know. I had in my head that actually it was better before rewatching it again. But actually on rewatch, I was like, it's not quite hitting it as hard as Toy Story hit me.
Well, yeah, I don't think I agree with this idea. So if you want to demonstrate the logical flaw, if I have a trilogy of films, I'm going to mark them out of 10. If I go 7, 8, 9 versus a trilogy, the first one's a 10 and the second one's an 8 and the last one's a 9, that fails Tarantino's criteria, even though it has a higher overall collective mark than the 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
To me, the second trilogy in that is better. Let's say Tarantino thinks that Toy Story is like an 8, 9, 10, right?
Or maybe it's a 10, 10, 10.
This is the thing. I can say, hey, Quentin, do you know what would be better than 8, 9, 10? Is if they were all as good as Toy Story 3, right? So scale becomes nonsensical because you go, well, if that's as good as they can get, then what you're saying is, no, the best trilogy is where they're all as good as you can get. I mean, well, yeah, of course. It's silly. So I don't sort of agree with what he's imposing. And I'll say as well, like sometimes films can be sort of unfairly panned just because they're not as good as the previous one, right? So if you think about the Godfather trilogy, people would probably dismiss that as being in the running for greatest trilogy because the third one isn't as good as the first two. Mm-hmm. But the third one's a really good film. If you watch that back and you go, I'm going to put aside the idea that this has to live up to the first two.
Yeah, by comparison.
And you watch it, that was a really good film. So what you're looking at there is, and people argue about, for me, I prefer Godfather 1 marginally over 2, but they're great, right? You're looking at maybe 2 10 out of 10 films.
And a 7.
And a 7 or an 8 at the end, right? So you go, that's in the running, but people go, nah. I mean, likewise, Jaws 2 gets panned because it's not as good as Jaws. Jaws 3 rightly gets panned, and 4, as we know. So yeah, I'm not convinced Toy Story 2 is better than 1. I think it could be argued that Toy Story 2 is a lazy sequel because it just pretty much reruns the first film. It's not actually taking the story or the idea or the concept on any further. Now, I know it introduces a couple of characters, but they're still dealing with all the same themes of being toys and eventually being replaced / grown out of. And structurally as well, that film is nearly exactly the same. They get lost, they get detained somewhere that they've got to break out with, they have some conflict along the way, and they've got to get back to Andy. That's it. It's pretty much exactly the same film. On lazy sequels as well, by the way. Jaws 2 is a lazy sequel because, again, it essentially reruns the first film and its events sort of like for like. The third one, in that sense, is a better sequel because it tries to move the story along. Its problem is that it's crap, right? Right? And it doesn't round out that narrative arc. But so if I was to codify my rules for what makes a great trilogy, I'd say they all need to be good films, but it doesn't matter like which one's the best. I like it when films don't just rerun the previous film. I like it when they take the story on or come at it differently, introduce something new. And of course, you need a satisfying narrative ending. That makes perfect sense. So, like, what did you think of Toy Story 2 then? So you said you didn't necessarily think it was as good as you remember?
Going into the rewatch, I guess not. I had in my head that it was better than 1 because I came ready. I came sort of pre-prepared to be going, do we need to be putting Toy Story 2 into the classics collection, as we've talked about Toy Story 1, and Toy Story 2 is probably a bit better. But actually, rewatching it this time, I'm not sure I could say that it is better than Toy Story 1. I still think it's very good. I still think they're doing, and I think they are doing slightly different things, or at least different enough things. Although I think if you take it, 1,000 feet view or 10,000 feet view or 30,000 feet view, whatever the phrase is, where you're looking down at, yes, I guess the beats are kind of similar and dealing with similar themes, if not being replaced as such by the new shiny toy. Just the idea of being grown out of. There is a rescue kind of thing. It's a different kind of rescue. I don't think I've rated Toy Story 2 yet. I rated Toy Story 5, but I rate Toy Story 2. I don't know. I don't think it would be 5.
No, it's very, very good, but I don't think it gets rewarded for being as creative because it hasn't done enough.
But then I do remember, and I've not rewatched it yet, but Toy Story 3 having the biggest emotional heft of the three.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see where that sits within them. So, Carl, ratings. Toy Story.
Yeah, 5.
5 for me too. Yep. IMDb, 8.3.
Harsh, isn't it?
76 in the top 100. Again, thought it would have been higher just because it's so freely...
Yeah, like who doesn't like it?
Yeah, exactly that. Have you yet to find anyone who doesn't like Toy Story?
No.
I genuinely want to find someone who doesn't like Toy Story.
I'll ask my mum. She'll...
No, that's Bugs
Is
Life.
that the one about the fish? No, mum.
Toy Story 2 though does have the good end credits bit where it has like the bloopers reel and stuff. It's good.
That's good. That's inventive.
Inventive. Letterboxd. I don't know, Carl, because I've not written it down. Any ideas?
Oh no, I don't. I don't know.
But the Metascore was 96. Pretty high.
Yeah, that's more like it, isn't it?
I think we've seen 100 before, but that was revisiting older film.
4.1 on Letterboxd, Toy Story.
4.1. Oh, solid. Okay. Nominations, it did get nominated for original screenplay. Lost to Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fair
enough, yeah.
Song.
Yeah.
Lost to Pocahontas.
No.
Come on now. Score. Lost to...
I couldn't even tell you what the Pocahontas song is. Like, that's not...
Pocahontas is one of the weaker...
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about
Disney
that.
ones, right? But yeah, also Pocahontas also won beat them out at Score. They did win an Oscar, and that was a special achievement for John Lasseter for the development and inspired application of techniques that have made possible the first feature-length computer-animated film. Yeah. Which, it's fair enough, but also, like, give him a natural Oscar for, for like, the really good film that it's produced would also be better.
That's like, we don't consider it a real film, but have one of these.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they wouldn't have even had the animation then, wouldn't they? So,
Yeah.
this is probably the first brick in the road to get in there. Rewatchability, it's a very yes.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, very yes, yeah.
Easy, very yes. Best scene,
Yeah. I've gone for Buzz's breakdown.
the drunk on tea and all of that side of things.
Well, no, it's actually just after that, because it's where Woody's at the window trying to convince the gang to come rescue us. And he turns to, this is the bit I remember as a kid, and I laughed the most, is he goes like, will you come up here and give me a hand?
He just throws him a hand.
And then he just throws him the hand. And, oh, haha, very funny. And then he's like, oh, hi, Buzz. And obviously puts it in the wrong hand to reveal that. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love that scene.
Yep. So the group meeting that they start off with, that establishes the whole dynamic of it, the rules, the dynamics, does it so well. I kind of want to give it to that, because I just think it's genius how they do it.
Yeah.
But my favourite scene is the whole birthday present where the army are going down, they're reporting back, and all of that's going on. There's just so many nice touches, little references to those kind of films, and it's just a lot of fun. Best quote.
Yeah, and again, I'm pulling out of Buzz's breakdown bit. It's the 1 minute you're defending the whole galaxy, and suddenly you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with Marie Antoinette and a little sister. And it's Tim Allen's delivery in that, with, of course, the expression of Buzz when he's like eyeballing his cup and he's got the hat on and everything. It's just, it's fantastic.
It's good. I quite like I don't believe that man's ever been to medical school.
Yeah.
And again, it's Tim Allen's delivery of it. But the two others, so you're mocking me, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you're a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell. So, yeah, I think I would pick the sad, strange little man, and you have my pity, because I use that most often. Favourite character? I'd
say I missed a final bit of Johnny feedback on this. He thought
the hooker.
He thought it was definitely a hooker. And do you know what? Again, fair play, because I think they've absolutely put that joke at exactly the right level of plausible deniability, and they can really pat themselves on the back for that. But he also thought Mel Gibson was the voice of Buzz.
Now, I did want to clarify with him. Did he think that up until the point he heard the episode and went, what?
No, I think he thinks, he thought until we said it wasn't, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go.
So, we can pat ourselves on the back for some recasting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the best, the best character.
Yeah.
I've gone for Ham. Okay. I really enjoyed Ham's deadpan, cynical sort of detractor nature. Very good.
No, he's good. I mean, it's between the three of Ham, Potato Head, and Rex.
And
I've gone for Rex.
I thought you'd go for Rex.
Just so joyous. Just the way he stomps his feet and moves. Everything is just so good. And just the whole unscary dinosaur part of it. Just brilliant. He comes into his own as well in the second one, I think, as well, and has the best movie reference with the chasing the
that's
Jeep.
Very good. That's a good joke, yeah.
All right, Carl, we're on to our best across the month section. So this is going to be a good one, I think, this month. It's not just going to be the classic from top to bottom, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, that has happened, hasn't it? Yeah.
It has happened. So this time, we're looking for the best quote across the three films that we've covered this month. What are you going for?
I have gone for Toy Story. 1 minute you're defending the whole galaxy and suddenly you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with Marie Antoinette and her little sister.
I've gone for, and this is going to be contradictory because I don't think I actually chose this one as my favourite quote on the thing.
So you've got one. Okay. Real left field then.
I think what I maybe did was the best quote a month, and then I revisited.
Yeah.
What I've written down, and I'll go for it. Why not? I'll commit to it. So you know who else was just following orders? Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with it. Fuck it. I'm going to correct my earlier error and say that was my favourite.
Yeah.
I think I backed off of it because you'd already mentioned it.
Yeah.
Best scene.
But now here you are calling out as your best across the month. Almost like a movie your needle, eh?
Ooh, you're not getting a win for that though.
No. Best scene is the poker scene from The Sting.
Agreed. Yeah, it is brilliant. I would just rewatch that 10, 15-minute scene, I guess it probably is.
It's joyous, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, best character.
Well, you might think this is cheating because very big, but I've got Doyle Lonergan.
Yeah, I mean, it's Henry Gondorf. I think across the three films, if we're going to do it. Yeah. But I've gone for Rex, just because I can't pick the main character.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've gone for a dinosaur action figure. That's my favourite character. So there we go. We are on to our top 3. So second top 3 of the episode. Are you ready to reveal or discuss our top 3 buddy duo movies?
Hang on, do we not need to do our highest rated of the month and the most rewatchable film of the month?
No, I don't think we've ever done that, have we?
We have this conversation every month.
I should update my template.
You really should update your template, yeah.
Okay, so what do we do?
Highest rated of the month.
Highest rated. Well, there's lots.
I've got 2 5s. I've got Toy Story and The Sting at 5.
Which one would you pick as the... if you had to, though? Gun to your toe.
Well, if I could only watch one...
Yeah.
Which one's my favourite? Because I'm not going to objectively try and pick them apart. They're both 5-star films. Which one's my favourite?
Yeah, if you could rate the favourite, yeah.
Well, I think I'll let the rewatchable do the talking on that because I picked Toy Story.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the right answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think just it's more suitable for
just
everyday
popping
life.
on and
yeah. And plus, it's 1 out of 20.
Yeah.
So adds extra points for rewatchability there. Okay, what was the other one? Oh, rewatchable. We did that.
Yeah.
Go on.
Right, buddy movies then.
Yeah. Yeah, so I found it quite challenging to come up with the top 3 for this.
I didn't.
Well, no. But you're much more...
decisive.
Sure. So there's lots...
You said that on the Nice Guys episode.
You are decisive.
Your words, not mine.
Yeah. You are more decisive. There's lots that just missed out. There were some others as well that have called out. They were like, they're not really approaching the top 3, but worth shouting out. So I think I said I'd got like 19 or so honourable mentions.
Way too many.
But let me just run through some of these that didn't make my top 3.
Yeah.
And some of them did just miss out. I'll leave those till the end. But we've got... And some of them are like, well, do they count?
I know. You're really stretching it.
Do they count as a thing? Because even with Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, is that yes, probably. That's a buddy joke.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the example I'd have picked to stretch.
The Sting. Yeah, probably, yeah. Now, Wayne's World.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Superbad, obviously.
That's a buddy movie,
not a huge fan of it. Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Sure.
Do you not like that film?
No.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes. The new one.
No, I'm not sure that's a buddy comedy.
No, not buddy comedy.
No,
buddy
movie.
duo movie. Nice Guys, obviously, we've got With Nail and I.
That probably is.
That's your 8th favourite middle character person, actor.
Richard E. Grant, yeah.
Or words that made sense in English. So yeah, there's lots, is basically what I'm saying, that could have made it. Now my top 3 is probably not going to match your top 3.
No.
Mainly because I excluded The Sting and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I don't know on what grounds you'd exclude Butch
No,
and
neither do I,
Sundance.
but I wrote this yesterday, Carl, and I'm sticking with what I've written.
So Sting is an honourable mention for me because as much as they have great chemistry, right, and they're following up this Butch and Sundance, which I think is definitely a buddy movie, I don't think the Sting relies on their dynamic.
Well, they're not together for a large portion
in the
of the
same
film as
way as what I would consider a classic duo/buddy movie to do.
Fair.
I do think Butch and Sundance fits the criteria better. So the Sting's an honourable mention for me. Another one which you've mentioned is Hot Fuzz.
Yes, that just missed out. Missed out for me.
Now that is a classic buddy comedy because they don't particularly like each other at the start. They've got things they've got to sort of deal with and come together in the end, and then unite behind the common goal and all the rest of it. And it's a very, very funny film. It doesn't quite make it for me.
No.
My only other honourable mention is one we've done on this pod, which is In Bruges.
Oh, didn't you have it in Bruges?
Yeah.
Missed that one. Would it have made my top
They're
three?
a slightly odd couple.
Yeah.
So my top three, at number 3, Point Break.
Oh, Point Break, another one that I didn't even include on the list.
Point Break, yeah.
Good film.
Yeah.
Like it.
Absolute classic. The original, not the remake. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, obviously. So my number 3 is a film that is from my teenage years. So it's one that I watched a lot.
Steady on.
Kind of means it kind of has a big place in my movie watching canon. It's not that. Stop it.
Yeah.
And it's Men in Black,
Okay.
which I haven't rewatched.
I mean, there's a joke in there somewhere.
I haven't watched recently. I mean, it's definitely, yeah.
Oh,
Black
dear.
in, you mean Black in Men?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. Right, yeah, Men in Black. I mean, it's fine.
Have you rewatched it recently?
Me
neither.
No, probably not in the last 5, 10 years.
Yeah. So it could not stand up, but I'm doing it on the memories. And
I've never loved it, to be honest with you.
No,
No, it's fine.
it's a perfect trilogy. Each one gets better than the last.
My number 2 is Butch and Sundance.
Yeah,
Because I think they're at the centre of why that film's such a laugh.
yeah.
They're a real duo.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fine. I just think because it was my first watch not so long ago, it's not quite ingrained itself in the top 3. Could make it up there if we revisit this and rewatch it. Mine is a film that you've still not seen, and it's one I keep on mentioning, and it's relating to The Nice Guys, same director, Shane Black, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is one of my favoritist films to watch. So yeah, that's my number 2.
It's twice you've said favoritist this episode.
Yeah, what about it?
Nothing. I daren't correct you for
Lest it be
fear of having to correct myself next week, next month.
most favoritist. Is that better? Jeez. Mostest favoritist?
How about just favourite?
Nah.
No. Okay. My number 1, Sideways.
Okay. Yeah, we do love Sideways. Check our feed to be able to see how much Carl loves Sideways.
We do love Sideways.
Yeah. My number 1 is Toy Story. I put it up there. It's a stone cold classic. It's a 5-star film. It's one I've watched multiple times. It's the warm and fuzzy feeling. It does meet the buddy duo criteria.
Yeah,
It has the
actually, you're
classic
kind of
thing.
right. And that's now a strike in the mission from my top 3, isn't it? Fuck.
You've done what I did for the Oscars.
Yeah.
You've just forgotten about it.
How the tables have turned.
Other ones that I didn't call out, which number 3, it was the number 3 that I was struggling most with. The top 2 I was kind of happy with for me. Planes, Trains and Automobiles is so good, and it was nearly in the top 3. Hot Fuzz was the other one that was it was touching the top 3. I just couldn't quite put it in. But yeah, there's so many good films as well. Maybe not ones that are quite pushing the top 3, but so many good ones. Midnight Run. Didn't even mention Midnight Run.
Not seen it.
Good film. The Gaps, though. Oh, that's what I want to say. The Gaps, ones I do need to watch. Some Like It Hot. Not seen that. The Odd Couple. Not seen that. 48 Hours. I've not seen. Need to watch 48 Hours. And The Blues Brothers. I've still not seen, which is bad.
Yeah, that's the only one of those that you've mentioned that I have seen. Actually,
I need to watch The Blues Brothers. Emma loves The Blues Brothers. I don't know why I've not seen it yet. I need to get it watched. Right, are you ready to move into the final hour?
We can't have anything else to discuss on here.
No, just the Movie the Needle Classics collection.
Right, yeah, of course.
So as we remember, the films that enter our Classics collection, which is a list that we maintain on Letterboxd and is actually up to date as well, which I was amazed at. The film, in order to make the Classics collection, has got to have stamina. It's got to stand the test of time. It's got to have girth. It's got to have that broad appeal. And it's got to penetrate. It's got to have the memorable characters, the lines, the scenes. It's got to be in there. Carl's mum has got to know it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but yeah, that's the kind of a good test.
Well, after a Steve McQueen aberration.
Maybe it's not a great test. So the 2 films that we put in last month were Catch Me If You Can and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, because I just watched that as part of it.
I convinced you for Catch Me If You Can on the movie poster, didn't I?
You did. I'm looking forward to rewatching that in the nearish future. I think as well. I think that may be making an appearance on a future episode too. But yeah, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is in there. So let's walk through some of the films that we've talked about today and see if they make it on there. Toy Story, already on there, obviously.
Yep.
That is a classic. We have covered it in the classics collection. The Sting.
Is that already in there?
No.
Oh, there you go. That's my proposal for this month.
Did you not have
Boxed off.
Yeah. So the Sting, I don't think we already had on there that I can see. I think it's in there for me. Although I think we had this conversation last month. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid hits more of the marks in terms of being a classic, as in it's penetrated further than the Sting. But I think we talked about the is it a perfect movie? It kind of hits all the things. It's influenced things such as Ocean's 11 and the style of that. The third film, Nice Guys. Don't think it makes it in. No. What about Toy Story 2? Or 3, or 4 for that matter.
I mean, I can honestly see the case for Toy Story 2 because as much as my nitpicking about it doesn't take the idea on any further, it does introduce Jessie, which is a fairly iconic character.
And a great voice performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she really does nail it, doesn't she? Yeah, he's kind of difficult to argue with, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it hits the criteria, yeah.
Toy Story 2 then.
Is that our first sequel in there?
No, I think The Empire Strikes Back in there? Oh, I don't know, actually. Maybe not, actually. Probably should be. But I don't think it is. Terminator 2 is in there. So no.
Oh, yeah, because you made us put that one in instead of Terminator.
Yeah, because Terminator 2 is better.
Yeah, but that's not... Okay, right.
And influential in its effects and all of that jazz. But let's not relitigate it. But it's in. Okay, Toy Story 2 is in. Right, we did have a complaint from Will, listener Will, that there is not enough horror in our classics collection, which is entirely possible because, as we have mentioned multiple times, we don't mention it. Now, we do have Jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws is a horror, I would say. Will has suggested some that he thinks should be in there. This is just a short list of 5. Night of the Living Dead.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Dawn of the Dead.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I've seen the remake, which I thought was all right. But that's not what he's talking about. Psycho.
I need to rewatch that.
It probably is a classic.
Right? Yeah, because I
think
that one does satisfy our criteria. Let's put a pin in that one. I'll try rewatch that one.
Yep. The Exorcist, referenced in Toy Story.
It's a good shout. That is a good shout.
The only problem is I've not seen it.
I've seen it, and again, I think that's satisfying our criteria.
I agree that it's likely to
put a pin in it.
Yeah,
that could make it in.
And then the third one was The Shining. The fifth one was The Shining, but the third one that I think is again probably satisfies the criteria in terms of penetration, girth, and the other one, stamina.
Yeah, I think again, I need to watch The Shining, but I think
Simpsons have done it.
There's 3. Yeah,
The Shining.
I think those 3 could really hit our criteria. To be fair, okay, yeah, some potentials there.
And then my final submission, because I've rewatched it recently, didn't mention it on my list of films. Groundhog Day. Made the boy watch that for the first time.
Yeah,
he really enjoyed it.
I thought you didn't like that.
No, I said I haven't seen it for ages. I'm a bit scared of watching it because Andy McDowell's in it, and she was so horrendously bad in.
It's a very good film.
Fawn's Funeral. Groundhog Day. I think I'm ready to submit it as a classic.
Yeah,
I mean, it's literally coined the term Groundhog Day in everyday parlance.
Oh yeah,
if nothing else.
Incredible, that, isn't it? Yeah, it's Groundhog Day. It's one of those. It's like the bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's a fairly iconic role for Bill Murray.
Yep.
Like you say, the thing, the phrase.
He's not in that.
The Thing, no, he's not in The Thing, is he? Is there anybody from The Thing in Groundhog Day? That'd be something to check out. Yeah, everybody's seen or knows of that, and
yeah, I think
just about everybody likes it, don't they?
Yeah,
yeah.
It was a real fun rewatch.
I remember watching that as a kid as well. I remember that being very funny.
I do remember liking it as a kid, but I was just like, oh, is it one of those we rewatching it? It's not quite up to it. But it's got some kind of dark bits to it.
Well, I mean, of course you like it because you like About Time.
What? This is what I was going to say. I forgot to mention this.
Yeah.
Is this the original time travelling rapist?
It is a little bit like that, yeah. Now, I prepared a defence of Groundhog Day when we did the About Time episode.
Right.
Because I thought, if you bring this up...
Yeah, which I should have.
Because I think they're slightly different.
Oh, okay.
In the sort of the way that it's presented and the intentions and all the rest of it. Now, I can't remember what that was, but we can revisit that perhaps at some point. Maybe, if we're listening to the classics, we can talk about it on a classics episode at some point. So, no, there is a case to answer. I'll say that.
Definitely.
I'm pretty confident that this is in no way as shady as About Time.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I mean, he not just one woman, multiple women he gets his end away through the time travelling mechanism.
Hello there. As we were just discussing the differences between About Time and Groundhog Day, I found my About Time notes. And as I do the editing, I have the power to slip a little segment in here. Simon can't stop me, and he won't hear this until the episode is released. So he gets to experience it at the same time as you, which of course leaves him no opportunity to respond. Is this a dirty trick? Yes, absolutely. But if you listen back to our About Time episode, you'll know that Simon has no problem with abuse of power. So, Simon asserts that Groundhog Day is no different from About Time because in both films the protagonist uses time travel to manipulate women for their own gain. Now, I find that a rather bizarre observation from Simon, since he staunchly defended About Time and insisted that the protagonist, Tim, in fact did not manipulate women. Anyway, they're not the same, and with all due respect to Simon, which doesn't necessarily mean I'm giving him only what's due, I'm not surprised that he doesn't see the differences. By Simon's own admission, he tends to consume films based on what happens on screen, and the idea that he should seek to understand why that is happening or what it means doesn't often occur to him. So yes, both About Time Tim and Groundhog Day Phil use time travel, of sorts, to manipulate situations to their advantages. Romances are central to both plots, so that happens in both films. We agree on that, but the differences are crucial. You could talk about the moral framework, so Tim in About Time has a gift bestowed upon him which he can choose to use or not. Phil, in Groundhog Day, has no choice. He's condemned to repeat the same day endlessly. It's a purgatory. It's speculated Phil lived that day over 12,000 times, which is more than 33 years. There are also practical differences. Tim's gift alters the paths of himself and people around him. Phil's actions have no lasting consequences. Whatever he does is wiped clean when the day resets. Now that's an important technical distinction, but for me, the key difference lies elsewhere. Phil is a shitty person. We all know that. The film makes that clear. That's why he's been sentenced to this purgatory. And we as the audience delight in seeing Phil punished. We laugh at his failures. And every time he thinks he's getting close, he puts a foot wrong and he gets a slap in the face. It's all very funny. We don't root for Phil until he starts doing the right thing. When he finally behaves selflessly, it's only then that the film rewards him. About Time, on the other hand, even though Tim is a bad person doing bad things, romanticises the abuse of power from the very start and frames his manipulations as clever and sweet. The film wants us to root for Tim from the off. And this is problematic because Tim is engaging in coercive behaviour and manipulating women for his own game. Simon, of course, roundly rejected this idea, insisting that it's a delightful twee love story culminating in a touching father-son bonding moment. And speaking of the dad, he's no better. His advice to Tim is live each day twice, first normally and then again appreciating it more. One option he seems to forget, however, is that he could have a laugh on the first day, watch the football, enjoy a beer or two, put your feet up, and maybe, on the replay of the day, he could do the washing up. He could let Mum put her feet up for a change. The mum, by the way, is described in the film as unsentimental and eternally busy, which makes sense. That poor woman need never have lifted a finger in her life. Yet she spends the film running round like a blue-arsed fly, whilst all the men in her life wistfully staring into the distance, listening to birdsong. Anyway, I digress. Groundhog Day is a bad person punished. It's a story about redemption. About Time is a romanticised abuse of power. You can like one, you can like both, you can like neither, that's all fine. But the same? Absolutely not. Before we cut back to Simon to close out the episode, I also earlier in the episode, playfully cut Simon's thoughts on the films he'd watched this month. So by way of an apology for sneaking this in, I'm going to drop that section back in here now so you can listen to that if you want. Thanks.
This month, or at least since the last retro, which was some time ago. So Weapons, saw that at the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Not usually my sort of thing, so it's a kind of horror-y kind of thing, but pretty fun overall. Maybe squirmed, a couple of jumps, a couple of laughs, some big gory bits. I was like, that wasn't horrible.
That wasn't horrible.
Well,
it's your highlights. That wasn't horrible.
You know my feelings on horror. I'm not really all into it, but actually, I think it was decent. It was good. It was interesting. It was just odd tonally. I didn't quite vibe with the tone that they were going for.
Fair enough.
But yeah, worth a watch, I'd say. Following, we've already talked about Caught Stealing, another cinema watch. So this is the new Darren Aronofsky. Familiar with Aronofsky?
The Whale, innit?
The Whale, yes, and
the Wrestler.
Yes, and Black Swan and Requiem for a Dream.
Not seen it, mate.
No. So this one, I didn't realise it was him before I went into it. This was one where a friend had said, "Oh, do you fancy seeing this?" I was like, "I've never heard of it. Let's watch it." So I went in with zero expectations, not understanding what it was. I knew it was Thingy Butler. What's his name?
Jerry?
No. Austin.
Oh, right, okay.
So he was in it.
Yeah. Can I
Matt
just
Smith
backtrack
as well.
there a minute? Have you been to the cinema with a friend again?
I did. Yeah, not you. Yeah.
Right, you just thought you just slipped that in there, did you? Without comment?
No, I went to the cinema.
Yeah.
Oh, right, got you. Yeah, I went to...
That's your version of foreplay, is it?
Yeah, so, I did. Worse, I'd suggested to go seeing Jaws and he didn't fancy it, so then I went to see that with you.
Whoa, fucking hell. Oh, my word.
But anyway, Caught Stealing.
But anyway.
Thoroughly unimpressed.
Yeah, as am I.
I'm generally not lower than the consensus on my opinions of most things, but generally much lower than the consensus view on this one. Although it's not without its fun bits, I just found it was really predictable, pedestrian most of the way through. And Austin Butler's fine; he's decent enough. He's doing a job, but
interesting one to keep an eye on, Austin Butler.
Yeah,
because he's gone
being
through
pushed,
this patch of, but yeah, exactly that. A bit like your old Timotheus.
I thought he was great in Dune Part 2, when he was fucking weird. Right?
Yeah,
good in that.
He was pretty good.
Elvis, he was kind of. I thought he was decent in Elvis, but again, he was doing a thing. When he's just being, playing it normal, playing straight.
So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see whether he can live up to this early hype, I think.
So yeah, not massively impressed. And then when I was doing that thing of looking back through the Aronofskys, going, I expect better from Aronofsky. I was like,
why?
I did quite like The Whale, and Black Swan's fine. Yeah. Requiem for a Dream, depressing as fuck, but quite good. I was just like, okay, maybe he's not quite up. The Fountain I've not watched. I just never. That was the one that was out at the same time with The Prestige. No, The Illusionist.
That's The Illusionist,
and The Prestige. Yeah. Getting confused. The Fountain's different. Forget me. But yeah, so Aronofsky, I maybe have a higher opinion of him than actually when I think about it. I maybe do. But here, so they're the new ones of the highlights. First watches, then some rewatches. Avengers Endgame, completing the Infinity Saga with the boy. It's very impressive. I've started reading a book about the history of the MCU. So I'll let you know if you should give it a read if it's a recommendation.
Right. Good.
600 pages of a book about Marvel. Oh, you'd love it. Saving Private Ryan and The Thin Red Line, which we have recorded for part of a collaboration, which should be being released in November or December. Great to rewatch Saving Private Ryan. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Finally got me to watch The Thin Red Line, which I had on my shelf for literally over a decade. I mean, feel free to write in, dear listeners, if you have had a film that you have owned for longer than 10 to 12 years that you've just not watched. If that's a thing, or if that's just a me
No,
thing.
I've almost certainly got some films in the old DVD wallet that I've never watched,
Oh, and the wallet says hidden away as well.
Yeah,
So you're not even looking at it every day.
No.
Yeah, that'll do it. Be interesting to know what your eldest one is.
Yeah,
not.
I'll have to dig it out at some point.
But the best non-podcast first film watch that I watched this month for me.
What an incredibly specific category.
Yeah. It's like when they do stats in sports. Where it's just
Andy
like,
Zaltzman in cricket.
This is
Andy,
the first...
nobody asked for that, mate. Like, it's irrelevant on every meaningful level.
Yeah, this is actually the first time that this very specific thing has ever happened.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Yeah.
Right. But no, the best non-podcast first watch film this month is Little Women.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch Little Women as part of... Because we were doing a bit of prep. What did you think to Little Women? Okay, I'll tell you what I thought.
It was okay. I was disappointed that there wasn't more of...
Women.
No. I was
They were too big.
No. What are you talking about? Too big? What do you mean?
They're Little Women. I thought you were expecting...
Oh, I see. Right. Whew. Fucking hell. I was disappointed there wasn't more of... which one's the author?
Yes, Saoirse Ronan's one.
Yeah. Because I thought she was the
Yes.
best in the film, and I thought hers was the most interesting arc.
Yes.
I was disappointed there wasn't more of that, to be honest.
So I do kind of agree. I got on board with the others, apart from when I calculated that Florence Pugh was playing like a 13-year-old at one point. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
that didn't really make sense. But I watched this as part of a double bill alongside The Outrun, another Saoirse Ronan one, and kept reminding me of listener Kira. Got some mannerisms, Saoirse Ronan, that's the same as her.
It's not just the weird name.
Not just the weird name.
No,
exactly.
I thought that's what you were going to be going there. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I should have said that.
Yeah,
that's much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really have high expectations for it, but I actually really enjoyed it. Delightful, sweet, moving, fun. It was a lot more to it than I expected. I thought it'd be a shitty period drama that I'd find really dull, but I didn't. So
yeah, I mean, I'll give you. I rated it 2.5. I'll give you three observations from my review. As I've already said, I enjoyed Jo's storyline the most. Her jousting with Dashwood was really good.
Yes.
For me, the movie takes off as it wraps her storyline up. The best scenes to that end are then all at the end, which is a bit... apparently the ending's a bit reimagined.
Oh, compared to the book?
Because in the book it's a bit more prescriptive, and the ending in Greta Gerwig's version is a bit more will she, won't she, which is a bit more of a fuck you to the... sort of, the male hierarchy and all that sort of shit.
Establishment.
Yeah. So it's a good ending. I like the ending. A couple of things I didn't like with it, and I said I'm quite prepared to accept the problem lies with me, but I have a hard time. No, I have a hard time getting invested in the fortunes of rich, not rich women.
Rich, not rich.
Yeah, because this is the thing. They're all like, "Oh no, what will we do?"
Yeah, and this is why I had that less of a problem with this one because I actually. Like the
still
characters.
Servants coming in and out, but it's like, oh, woe is us. So I'm like, right, okay. But it was fine. Like I say, Jo in particular doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Her storyline. I did trash Chalamet.
I'm not surprised
because this was at the time the first meaty role I'd seen him in, and I thought he was very underwhelming. And Saoirse Ronan acted him off the screen in their scenes when they were together. I thought she absolutely took him to school.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I do like her.
So I just think like when he's asked to be more than just a pretty boy, I'm still pretty unconvinced by him, to be honest with you.
Have you seen The Outrun?
No.
Give that a watch. I think you might like it.
I mean, I have seen other films with him in now.
No, she's not. He's not in that.
Oh, but she is. Oh, yeah, fair
one.
enough. Yeah, no, she was great. I really liked her.
Yeah, well worth a watch.
Really liked her in that one.
And that's it, Carl. That's not all of them, but that's all I'm going to say. All right, that just leaves us with the Movie the Needle scoreboard for the season 4, if you remember. So far, 4 movies covered, 2 wins for Carl, 1 draw, and I'm on the board. Me coming from behind. Look at me go.
Hey,
I've got one. I've got one.
Like me with your wife. Was that this episode?
It was.
All right, good. Because my word, that'll be out of context, wouldn't it?
I love how you can't even remember the things we've said today.
Yeah.
And whether it is on this episode. It's not been that long. I mean, it's been quite long. But it's, there we go. Anyway, Carl, that is all we've got. So if we moved the needle for you this week, or even if we didn't, please do rate us, follow, subscribe, give us the 5-star review wherever you are listening. Really does buddy up to the algorithm, get us out there to a larger, stompier audience. Our Bluesky, Instagram and Twitter, MTN Movie Pod. Our YouTube channels at Movie the Needle. Please do follow on there. Looking to beat my son the number of subscribers on his YouTube channel, so it's a race now. So please do subscribe on YouTube so I can beat my child.
Is it a race? It feels like a foregone conclusion.
He is winning, but we are gathering on him. We've made some
right.
good progress recently. So let's up those YouTube subscribers, people. Even if you don't even watch it on YouTube, because it's audio only. But even if you don't, there's some shorts on there. Get on there, like our channel, subscribe, beat the child, beat the child, beat the child. We can get it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, all details are in the show description. Please do follow, comment wherever you are. So for me and Carl, it is goodbye.
Goodbye.
Join us next week as we will discuss our first, horror, and let out an almighty scream to see whether we can move the needle for each other. It's scream, by the way. Probably, unless we change our minds.